guys, so we're going to mix things up today with our deadlifts. We're going to try a sumo deadlift. Now this is a little bit tricky with the straps and your handles. I've just been playing with it. I found it much easier to grab a stick, a shovel, a crowbar or something, excuse me, to have a nice solid object to pull against rather than two handles that are going to be at different heights and stuff. So if you've got a stick, shovel, handle, great, use that. I'm going to show you how I sort of set it up. I basically tried to make an endless loop, so those guys that have an endless loop, you guys are in luck, but I've just hooked one end of the strap through the eyelet of the other one. Now, if I just remove the stick for a second, what I want to do with this one is I want to loop around the outside of my foot to go in there. So what I'm doing is basically seeing the loop on my legs. I'm going to flip it underneath my foot. So it just takes a little getting used to work out which direction you have it. But I want the straps, and then you've got to try and get it level. So we want to be nice and wide into a sumo grip, but I want the strap to be coming from the middle of my underfoot up to the middle. I don't want it coming from the top of my shoe to the middle. I just found it pulls against your leg way too much and you can't actually apply enough force. With this way it sort of goes around and it's underneath your foot, so pressing into the ground helps, which you need to do anyway. So you can use your handles if you like, and you could still attach them as normal, but now you're just going to have this sort of loose feeling and you're not going to be able to really lock in. So I found if you grab your stick, choke them onto each other, place the stick onto the hook. Now I can set up in this nice sumo stance position. My feet are nice and wide. I'm going to go straight from the shoulder, straight down to the bar. Toes are slightly pointed out. Push the butt down. Now I can pull against that strap with full force and not have to worry about my feet. It's 4 sets of 5, so 5 seconds on, 20 seconds off, just like normal. Nice straight hands. You can mix grip it even if you like to. Push into the ground as hard as you can to complete all your steps. Then we're going to increase the strap length. Make sure your strap is plenty long enough too. Mine is not. The second position, we're going to try and get above the knee. You can see here, mine is not unless I move my feet in, which is not ideal. But if you need to, feet just come in a little bit. Now I'm above the knee, and then the second one or third one is almost at the top. Otherwise, just increase that strap length. Another option is if you have an immovable object underneath. You could take your strap, hook it onto the ground or around the object, whatever it is. If you've got a massive stack of plates, or just maybe there's a bolt on the ground that's bolted in that locks your shed door or something like that, that could be another option. And you could just shorten your strap all the way up for section 1, lengthen it for number 2, lengthen it for number 3 as an option for your sumo deadlift today. But have a bit of a play before class, try and work out those 3 angles. Remember, it's a nice wide stance, but I still want to create some nice angles with my shin going straight down. I don't want my knees to be in like Bambi like that. Your other option, if you have no equipment, no barbells, is just a sumo stance squat version. And you're just going to hold it for an amount of seconds, but you're going to be making more of a mind-muscle connection. So for instance, the bottom position, I'm going to still adopt that nice wide stance. I'm going to sit down to it a little bit more, pretend to grab my bar, then I'm going to squeeze my glutes and hammies and my legs as hard as I can and relax. Squeeze as hard as I can, relax, really focusing on the actual muscle contraction itself. It's not going to be as effective, but you can really train that mind-muscle connection in that. So when you do grab some weights, you can recruit the right muscles and not be heaving off your back, for instance. Last option, barbell and plates, 4 sets of 5, as heavy as you can. Just like I've done before, same sort of stance, overhand grip, underhand grip, it's up to you. Straight line from the shoulder down to the hand, push the legs away, squeeze the glutes, legs, stand nice and tall. On the way back down, the back remains nice and flat, bar against the body. Some of you might find this to be much, much more powerful and stronger than a normal version. Some of you might not. Let me know how you think with this one, guys. Enjoy.